One of the best ways to keep your business afloat is to have recurring revenue that comes in each month automatically. And EDD can help you with that. Maybe you have a membership site or a library of resources that's constantly being updated, or software that users pay for each year. EDD can handle all of these, and it can do it with a plugin called Recurring Payments. This add-on is incredibly flexible, and it lets you do all sorts of things like email reminders, free trials, sign-up fees, multiple subscriptions, and a ton more. This is another premium add-on that we're covering, so if you don't want to buy it, you can follow along and still see how easy it is to set up recurring products. We've already purchased this extension, and we're going to install and activate it. I'll go to my admin. We'll go to Plugins, Add New. We'll click Upload, and we'll select it from the desktop. There it is. Now yours might have a version number here. Go ahead and install it and activate it. You might see a notice like this. If you see any notices from EDD, especially about upgrading your database, always take a few minutes to take care of them. There we go. It took just a few minutes and it's done. Now let's go to our downloads. We'll find our software that we set up in a previous video. I'll click on it, and we're going to make this a yearly recurring subscription. Now, I did forget to set the price earlier, so I'll set this price to $50. And notice now that there's a whole ton of extra fields. These fields weren't here before. So we're going to turn on recurring. And now we can specify how exactly. Now we're not going to charge $50 a day. We are going to charge $50 yearly. The times field is a little bit confusing. This is kind of like a payment plan. So let's say you have a very expensive piece of software and you want someone to pay $100 a month for 5 months. You could do that like monthly and then times 5. But this stops after the 5th payment, and we want this to go on forever. So we'll change this to yearly and times 0. And we could, if we want, add a sign-up fee or go in the exact opposite direction and allow a free trial. But we're going to leave these blank. One interesting thing to note about the sign-up fee is you can put a negative number in here. So I could actually set this to -25, and the very first payment would only be $25. But if you do use a sign-up fee, you obviously can't use a free trial, so pick one or the other. I'll set mine to 0 and just leave them both blank. Let's go ahead and save this. We'll update the product here. And let's take a look at what this looks like on the front end. The one thing I don't love about this is that it doesn't show you that it's yearly on the button. It looks like it's a one-time fee. If you add it to your cart and check out, you can see that in italicized text, it is billed yearly until canceled. But this still isn't very obvious. So if you are going to use subscriptions, make sure you go to your product and add something into your description so that it's very clear to the user that this is a yearly fee. There is a lot of documentation you can look at. The EDD team does a good job explaining how all of their add-ons work with other add-ons. This overview page is the best place to start. And one specific thing you have to look at is payment gateways, because recurring payments only work with some types of gateways. You can see here that their plugin only works with Stripe, a few versions of PayPal, Authorize.net, and ToCheckout. So if you plan to have recurring payments, you have to use one of these. We'll be showing both Stripe and PayPal in future videos.